Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on White Coats and Corgis. Today I'm going to be showing you a clip from the Premed Experience, which is a live virtual event that I put together for pre-meds to learn all about the admissions process, the MCAT, how to get their extracurriculars, and all things like that. I was so lucky to get 3 amazing medical school deans to volunteer to participate in the event. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Hey everyone, and thanks so much for joining. My name's Dan, and I am a second-year internal medicine resident, and I'll be the moderator for this panel. We're joined by 3 incredible deans and admissions experts here, and I want to give everyone the chance to ask questions in that Q&A, and I'll be looking through that. But first, I was hoping that the deans could introduce themselves. We can go one by one and just quickly sort of say where you're from and what your role is. So if we can start with Dr. Osborne.
Hello, I'm Megan Boysen Osborne. I am the Associate Dean for Students, so I oversee admissions, student affairs, and diversity, equity, and inclusion at University of California, Irvine.
Awesome. Dr. Liotta.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. And I'm Rob Liotta, and I'm the Associate Dean for Admissions and Recruitment at the Uniformed Services University, the Health Sciences, and we're actually on the Walter Reed Bethesda Medical Campus, the National Naval Medical Center, Bethesda. So, and I'm great to be here with you today.
And Dr. Amiri.
Hi, everyone. I'm Layla Amiri. I'm the Associate Dean for Admissions at the Robert Larner College of Medicine at the University of Vermont.
I think over the last few years, it has been a little bit more challenging to get certain activities and experience and shadowing because of COVID. And Dr. Liotta, this is a question for you then. How does the fact that it's been more difficult to get those experiences affect, how you view applicants right now? Because it has been a little bit more difficult to get shadowing and things like that. So what would you recommend students do who may not have been able to get those same experiences?
Yeah, if you haven't, I think that's the updates, because I think, you continue to work at that. And I also would say, just think outside the box, but in the sense that things that aren't traditionally thought of as clinical experiences, hospice work, a hospice volunteer and dealing with families, that's very clinically oriented in your ability to work there. Also taking care of loved ones. So you can think outside of the box of what have you been involved with outside of the traditional shadowing or scribing, but that actually are clinically related. I even and these are people who are certified nursing assistants. I love it. Like, that's hard work, and it shows grit, and it shows that they're really dedicated to taking care of patients. Some of those are the best clinical experiences. And throughout COVID, they needed people to do that. And those are those are the things that I'm seeing that are still coming through, that we really we've expanded. We've looked at that. We've expanded those clinical experiences, recognizing that these are all ways that people could have served and worked. EMT work, paramedic squads. Those are all great other experiences, I think, as well. And then even allied health professions, a radiology tech or a pharmacy tech or an anesthesia tech. And those are jobs, paid jobs that people were doing and things like that as well. Great question. And so we don't have an exact numbers, and I don't know many, it's going to be unique to that application. However, I do like to give numbers to you guys, just because I think, if you think 90 is enough or 30 is enough, it's really how you describe that. But I do think it doesn't hurt you to have good numbers in those areas. And so I think a good ballpark is, you definitely want to be over 100 hours, I think. And if you have over 300 hours, I think that's a great amount, especially if it's over several years, right? Say you've been working as a freshman all the way through your junior year, or you've done a great gap year where you've been working full time with it. You're going to have numbers like that. Now, does that mean you have to have 300? No. Could you get in with 90? You might, if the experiences you've had and the different things you've had. So I do think it's worth, that's why I give them out. And so, in general gestalted areas, I think even on a holistic review, we will look at, hey, that's a lot of clinical experience. To see someone that's been in EMT all through college and they have 1,000 hours, it's just impressive, And so it speaks. Do you need that? Not everyone needs that, but it will enhance your application. And I think the way to look at it would be mostly like, are you doing what your passion is? Are you enjoying it? And if you've been committed to it for a period of time, over a year or long, you're going to automatically have big numbers there. And that's going to then translate to your descriptions of that experience, your recommendations from that experience, and your overall idea about what medicine entails with it. So yeah, that I think that sort of answers it, with it. And the same thing with, your service or your outside activities. Yeah. Is there an exact number? No. And in fact, and some people ask me, do I need a lot? And I'm like, you could have one activity. And if you've been doing that and been doing so much with that all through high school or college and or afterwards, that can be a very powerful experience. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be a lot or a big number with that.